state reaching a whole new level of anti-vaccine insanity. The lead starts right now. With young and unvaccinated people fueling this new explosion in COVID cases, the government of the state of Tennessee caves to anti-vaxxers and ditches all vaccine outreach to kids, not just for the COVID vaccine. How deadly might this ascientific move prove to be? A ticket out as the Taliban hunts them down. President Biden gives a timetable for beginning to get Afghan allies who help the U.S. military safely away from Taliban guns. Okay, but when? When will the flights begin? And what's the actual plan? Plus, backpacks, notebooks, new kicks, lunches. Boy, back to school season could have parents paying more and punching the air. Welcome to the Lead. I'm Jake Tapper. We start today with our health lead and a surprising and dismaying move to stop all vaccine outreach to children despite the growing number of coronavirus cases among the unvaccinated. The decision made by Tennessee health officials just one day after firing their vaccine chief because she tried to promote shots for teenagers. The move coming as the COVID situation in the United States continues to get worse, not just in Tennessee, but across the country. The U.S. now averaging roughly 24,000 new cases per day. That's a 75% jump from last week and a whopping 93% spike from 2 weeks ago, while vaccination rates continue to go way down, 41% down from just last week. A big chunk of this problem is that far too many Republican leaders in the United States have decided to spew what conservative writer Jonah Goldberg calls a, quote, geyser of paranoia and asininity. They reject science, specifically the science that created the very vaccines that then President Trump helped to fund and create through Operation Warp Speed. Rejecting these vaccines is sadly, tragically, becoming a Republican policy position. Even though 99.5% of the people dying of COVID in the United States, 99.5% are unvaccinated. The White House's solution, such as it is to battle the misinformation about vaccines with a PR blitz. One that today included a pop star's appearance in the briefing room. CNN's Erica Hill gets us started.
The White House calling in pop star Olivia Rodrigo.
It doesn't matter if you've got the company, getting the vaccines about protecting yourself, your friends, and your family. Let's get vaccinated.
In an effort to boost vaccinations, especially among teens and young adults, as misinformation and politics threaten to derail vaccine progress.
It's pretty clear who they're listening to, and it's not the scientists.
After sharing information on Tennessee's vaccine policy for minors, one of the state's medical directors was fired this week. Now, according to documents obtained by CNN, the state has ordered a halt to all vaccine outreach for kids.
It is any kind of outreach around the importance of vaccines for children, around the importance of COVID-19 vaccine for adolescents especially, has been halted, even going so far as to cancel events that are scheduled well into the fall for flu vaccination within schools.
The American Academy of Pediatrics calling her firing the most recent example of politicizing public health expertise.
What we'll see, and the ones who will also pay the price other than the unvaccinated adolescents, are the little kids who depend on the adults and adolescents to get vaccinated in order to slow or halt transmission.
In Mississippi, which has one of the lowest vaccination rates in the country, 7 children are in the ICU with COVID, 2 are on ventilators.
We're too often falling back onto human behavior, thinking that people